Hello, my name is Heather Rolton, and we're at Spirituality in You in London, Ontario. Today, we're going to talk about what is an empath, what are the symptoms of being an empath, and what are some things that you can do to protect yourself so being an empath isn't as challenging as it is for many. First of all, an empath, another name for an empath is clairsentient. Clairsentience and empaths both have the ability to literally feel what someone else is feeling, not only emotionally, but physically, spiritually, and basically any symptom that the other person is feeling, they have the ability to pick it up. Not all empaths are able to pick up on all the senses. Some empaths specialize in just picking up the emotional feelings of another person. So when you come in contact with someone, you just automatically know whether there's something going on with them or whether they're feeling really good or anything in the emotional realm. Other people definitely have a stronger ability to pick up on the physical symptoms someone's feeling. So someone comes into a room and they feel pain or different sensations throughout their body that the other person is experiencing, or all of a sudden we feel overwhelmed with a headache or some kind of muscle or stomach issue, and there's a very good chance that the other person is suffering from this ailment. Um, so having this ability is a gift. It's a fantastic thing. You're able to help many people, and you're able to have a lot of compassion and be able to validate people in what they're experiencing. The challenges with that are some of the symptoms that we end up having to carry, which is the emotional mood swings. It can be very hard to determine whether or not what you're feeling is what you're feeling, or whether or not you've picked something up from coming across someone in the street or someone that you've spoke to, or even just sometimes thinking of the other person can allow you to pick up the vibration of them. So having having specific physical ailments, you can carry them with you as well. It's not just a matter of they're in front of you and you're experiencing it when they leave that you're all better. So some of the things that we can do in order to clear our energy after we've had an experience with someone is smudging. So burning, some white sage or some cedar, and that will clear your energy field, your aura, kind of rebalance and transmute any energies that you picked up. You can also use different items and different affirmations to actually prevent the severity of what you're picking up. So if you know you're going into a situation that may create lower vibration energies or emotions that are heavy or challenging, that you probably are going to experience through them, not something that you're personally feeling yourself. So if you know you're going into this situation, simply saying, surround me with the white light of the Holy Spirit. It doesn't have to be the Holy Spirit. It can be Buddha or a goddess or whatever your higher power is, whatever path you follow. You can basically ask for the protection of the divine. Once you've done that, basically just know that it is done. There's no questioning, there's no wondering. You have the power within you to activate this stuff. So once it is said, once it is done, and you've put it out there, just have complete faith that it's happened. You can also carry different crystals and gemstones with you as well. A lot of different gemstones in that offer protective qualities or properties, or very transmuting qualities. For example, hematite is fantastic at transmuting energy as it's coming at you. There's also essential oils that have great protective qualities: patchouli oil, frankincense oil, cedar, sage. There's lots of different ones where you could just dab, or you could have in a medicine pouch with you. once you've come into contact and you get home and you're realizing that, you're possibly feeling something that isn't yours, or it's been a couple days and your energy's been really low and you realize that, maybe this isn't even your stuff. A fantastic affirmation that actually changed my life years ago was saying the words, I only want to feel what is mine right now. I only want to feel what is mine right now. It is your birthright to have a clear space, to have an aura, an energy field that is pristine, that is only what you are feeling, and you are in control of what you're feeling. So when again you are clearing yourself of this energy, and you're only wanting to feel what is yours, it is a command. So own it, and it is phenomenal how much you can feel come off you within the minutes of saying that. It's the best tool that I've come across thus far, and it really works. So that being said, there's lots of different things that you can do with your gift. So it is a gift. Once we learn to manage it, once we learn to protect ourselves from certain energies and know how to clear ourselves when we pick stuff up, it is a fantastic tool to become a healer. So a lot of Reiki healers or reflexologists or even mediums and psychics and that, they're empaths so often, so they're picking up on what you're feeling. So the Reiki healer knows where to go and work on you because they're feeling it, or they're knowing where you're needing to be cleansed emotionally because they're picking that up. And again, a lot of intuitives or sensitives or psychics or mediums, there's lots of different areas in there where they're using their empath's ability. They're using their clairsentience in order to pick up on things. We're always emanating energy out, and whether we're aware of it or not, it is affecting the people around us. And those who are aware of these energies and are conscious to them, they're going to experience your energy very clearly. And this is where becoming a healer, becoming a counselor, a nurse, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, anywhere where you're able to empathize with the other person and understand where they're coming from, and then validate where they are. And then very often when we're using this ability, we're also given the information on how to help each individual as well. So we just kind of know the right thing to say, or the right thing to do in that moment, or the right advice to offer. It's also a gift, and we find it very easily to forgive people, which is very confusing. So it doesn't matter what someone does to you, and everyone expects you to be angry and hold the grudge forever, but really we can process the whole experience, and we can understand why this person would do it. Hurt people. So an empath is able to pick up on where this person's hurting and totally empathize with why they did what they did. It doesn't make it okay, but if you can understand another person, it makes it very easy to forgive. It's easy to it's easy to understand what is going on in group situations. It can be very confusing as well, but many times where there's a lot of discussion going on between different people, and we're picking up on all these energies, and it can become very overwhelming. And this is where we have so much social anxiety going on in our society now, is we have a lot of empaths that are walking around, and they're just constantly picking up this energy, and it's very confusing. So when we're in larger situations or larger groups, and people are having their own opinions and their own emotions, and it is becoming overwhelming, that is where you can simply use one of those affirmations, surround me with the white light of the Holy Spirit now, or I only want to feel what is mine right now. Saying either one of those gives you a sense of clarity, so you can get a better perspective on what are you actually feeling, and being able to separate it from what the other person or the other people are feeling. And that also helps clear our mind, because then we not only are we able to process what we've picked up on everyone else, and we've sorted them through and been able to focus on what we're feeling. Quite often we're able to see the bigger picture. So whatever everyone was feeling, you're able to kind of process it and your suggestions or your input in the topic or the conversation is generally very informative, and it makes a lot of sense. So, as challenging as it can be an empath, believe me, it is a gift. It takes practice to be able to learn to protect yourself, to be able to tell when you're feeling what is yours and what is not yours, knowing what to do with it. But I encourage you to watch lots of other videos. Like Google can be your best friend. There's tons of good information. Take what feels right for you. Use what feels right for you. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. We're all on this journey, and it's all individual for everybody. So everyone's experiences and and things that are going to help them are going to be different. So bless you. You are an amazing person to be able to embrace being an empath. It's not something to run from. It is a great responsibility. It can be very challenging, but the rewards are phenomenal, and you can really genuinely help a lot of people. Have a great day.